What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kellen. We back at the academy, man. We back at the academy. If y'all boys ain't seen my last video, y'all go check it out. No food stamps November. The American government got shut down. But we right into a next one, man. And this video I want to talk about how to get out of living paycheck to paycheck, bro. You feel me? My whole life I lived paycheck to paycheck, from when I was a kid to when I became an adult to when I was a teenager, and I'm not living paycheck to paycheck now, bro. You know what I'm saying? My parents live paycheck to paycheck. Me growing up, I lived paycheck to paycheck. You feel me? So that's something I really didn't want to deal with when I got older. You feel me? And I did live paycheck to paycheck all the way up until the past year or two, you feel me? But I made a couple certain changes in my lifestyle and my finances, and that changed everything, bro. Let's get right into the video. For my first tip to stop living paycheck to paycheck, you gotta make some money, bro. You gotta make some money. But if you chilling at the crib and your girl working, that's why y'all living paycheck to paycheck. You still in your mama's basement. You ain't putting in no pain. That's why you still living paycheck to paycheck, bro. You making $12 an hour in 2025. That's why you're living paycheck to paycheck, bro. Make some real money, bro. You need at least $20 an hour in 2025. At least $20 an hour in 2025, bro. You feel me? First thing you need to do is make some money, bro. Get off your ass and go make some money, bro. The second thing you got to do when you make some money, when you have an income coming in, weekly income, a monthly income, you need to budget that income, bro. You take your monthly income, and then you're going to take your monthly expenses. You feel me? You're going to take your monthly expenses and you're going to subtract that by the monthly income, and that's extra money you got. You feel me? That's extra money you got to not live paycheck to paycheck, to get yourself some groceries, some gas, maybe some weed, maybe some food. You hear me? That's why we budget. When you budget, you see how much extra money you're spending. You feel me? Whole bunch of extra money, bro. I had did it spending way too much extra money. Once you see the number of the monthly expenses to the monthly income, it should make you tighten up just off of that. You feel me? Just off of that. My third tip to stop living paycheck to paycheck is watch who you be around, bro. There are going to be certain people that's going to watch your pockets. There's going to be certain people that they're going to want your pockets, bro. They're going to know you not struggling, know you not living paycheck to paycheck, and they steady going to ask for shit, bro. You're going to be around your homie. Every time you go to McDonald's, you got to buy him something. You're going to be around your homies smoking, and they always going to need something to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Watch who you be around, bro. They're going to hold you down before they bring you up. You feel me? Certain people, you got to keep at a distance, or you got to cut them off all the way, bro. You got to cut them off all the way. You know what I'm saying? So people don't have the opportunity to see your pockets or ask you for something. You feel me? That's basically all that is. You feel me? The next thing I would do to stop living paycheck to paycheck is I would watch for the little expenses. You know what I'm saying? Your Dunkin' coffee, your weed, fast food, your lunch money for work. You know what I'm saying? You get lunch every day, $10. That's $50 a week, $70 a week. You feel me? You waste gas money driving around. That's $20 every time. Your lady wants something to eat. There's $20 there. You vape. You gotta buy a vape. You know what I'm saying? All these little expenses, bro, they add up fast, bro. Fast. 10, 20, 10, 20. That was $40. You know what I'm saying? 68. It all add up quick, bro. You gotta watch the small expenses. The small expenses will add up quick. You feel me? I get Dunkin' and gas every morning. That's $25 a morning. You feel me? Stay locked into the small expenses on the budget. On the budget, which you did in step 2, you need to write down some of your little expenses that are damn near a bill. You get a coffee every day, that's a bill. You get a pack of cigarettes every day, that's a bill. You putting in $20 in gas every day, that's a bill. You feel me? And this is how you budget to take account for these little expenses. You feel me? To see how much extra money or how much money we're spending on Dunkin' every morning. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature, bro. So once you made some money, you budgeted, you watched who you was around, and you counted up all the little expenses, now you got your number and you need to start saving money. You need to start saving money, saving money, saving money. What are we saving money for? A rainy day? Maybe. Investments? Probably. You know what I'm saying? Emergency fund? Of course. All of these things we're saving money for. You know what I'm saying? Say you come across an investment for $500 that can make you $1,500. Double your money, triple your money. But you ain't got the 500 because you ain't saved. You know what I'm saying? Say food stamps get cut off for a month or two and you ain't got an emergency fund. You gonna be hungry, bro. How you gonna feed your kids? You know what I'm saying? Saving money is deeper than me just having money on me, bro. Life always gonna throw things at you. You gonna have car problems. You gonna have the government doing bullshit. You gonna have times where you get laid off from your job unexpected. Just crazy things. Maybe you unhealthy, bro. Get you an emergency fund. Save money. Invest in the S&P 500, bro. Before we get into that, I'm going to roll right into the next one. You need to be making investments. S&P 500. Bitcoin. S&P 500. 8 to 10% APR a year. You feel me? Bitcoin went up 30,000 in 3 months. You feel me? Save money for the investments, bro. There will be a time in life where you see an investment and right in front of your face, and you gonna need the funds to make that investment, and it might be the best investment you ever made. Real estate. I don't invest in yourself. Get yourself a computer, a camera, and a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Investments. Investments might be the only reason we save money. You know what I'm saying? Investments, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Get on Fidelity. Get on Coinbase. You feel me? These are the apps you invest in on. The last thing I would say is I'm gonna make this a 2-part. Always pay your bills first. Always pay your bills first, bro. When that check come in, make sure you pay the rent. You got your phone paid. Everything that's a necessity needs to be paid first, bro. Get that shit out the way, bro. You don't pay them on time. You don't get them done. You want to play around and push them off. Before you know it, you'll owe electric $1,000. I mean, your water gonna get turned off. You feel me? Your landlord gonna knock on the door. You feel me? Pay your bills first, bro. Pay your bills first, bro. On the monthly expenses. Pay your bills first, bro. So then after everything's paid, that's your extra money. We not playing with the extra money to then go pay the bills. Nah, bro, pay the bills and then you have your extra money. Feel me? Then you could budget your extra money so you're not broke by the next paycheck. You feel me? It's crazy. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And along with the bills, you need to be cutting bills. You know what I'm saying? If you got a car payment in 2025, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? If you got the iPhone 17 and you paying $200 for a phone, you're bugging. You feel me? Any other dumbass bills y'all niggas got, bro? You paying for Afterpay, you bugging. You feel me? Cut off expenses. Cut off expenses. Cut off bills. You feel me? Pay your bills first and cut them off, man. You feel me? If I'm like, for example, my phone bill, right? My phone bill, $200 for 2 phones that are fully paid off. I call them, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, we gonna bring that down for you. We don't want you to go nowhere else. Cut down your bills, bro. You feel me? And if you got all that I just said, I'm not even saying you're going to wake up tomorrow or next Friday, you're not going to live paycheck to paycheck. But these are small steps that's going to stop you from living paycheck to paycheck. Gang, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Make some money. Budget your money. Live under your expenses. Count up all these little charges and expenses you have on your job. Save money. Invest your money. You feel me? And pay the bills first and cut off any bills you can. You know what I'm saying? This is just a part 1. I hope you got some game from this. If you got some game, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know